Has your doctor ever dismissed your debilitating fatigue, unexplained weight gain, and brain fog as just stress or normal aging? If you're told your lab tests are fine, despite feeling anything but, you're not alone and you're not crazy. Hormone imbalances are very real and very common, especially for high-achieving women juggling careers and motherhood. In this video, we're separating myth from fact and uncovering the truth about hormone imbalances. You'll learn how issues like adrenal dysfunction, insulin resistance, estrogen dominance, and low thyroid are at the root of stubborn weight, draining fatigue, moodiness, and cravings. Stick around until the end because ignoring these imbalances can lead to worsening symptoms and serious diseases down the line. I'll reveal why conventional medicine often overlooks the problem and leaves women suffering needlessly until now. Before we dive in, I want you to know I've walked in those same shoes. I was once a busy mompreneur struggling with total burnout, adrenal issues, sleep problems, irritability, and pounds I couldn't lose no matter how perfectly I ate. I felt depleted, discouraged, and helpless. Doctors kept saying I was fine, maybe depressed or just getting older, but deep down I knew something was off hormonally. So I went on a mission to find answers. What I discovered shocked me. Let's start by debunking some common myths and understanding what hormonal imbalances really entail. Picture your hormones as a beautifully choreographed dance, each one gracefully intertwining with others in perfect synchronicity. But when chronic stress, processed foods, crash diets, and sneaky toxins cut in, that elegant dance morphs into a chaotic mosh pit, throwing your entire endocrine system off balance. The great news is that no matter your age or stage of burnout, you have the power to be the DJ of your own hormonal harmony once again. Skeptical? I get it. I've been in those trenches, feeling hopeless and betrayed by my body. But your comeback story starts with shattering these pervasive myths. Myth number 1, hormonal imbalances are just a woo-woo wellness fad. The American Association of Clinical Endocrinology dropped a staggering stat. Up to 80% of women will face a hormonal disorder at some point. Imbalances are the hidden puppet master behind a laundry list of confidence-crushing symptoms, from stubborn weight to fatigue to crippling anxiety. Myth number 2, hormonal havoc only hits during menopause. File this under dirty little secrets your doc forgot to mention. Hormonal woes can strike at any age. A jaw-dropping study found that 47% of women in their 20s and 30s are secretly battling things like unexplained weight gain, soul-crushing moodiness, adult acne, and energy crashes. If only your hormones got the memo about waiting for menopause, right? Myth number 3. Normal test results mean that your hormones must be fine. Normal is a setting on the dryer, not a green light for hormonal nirvana. Mainstream labs use ranges wider than the Grand Canyon, completely missing sneakier imbalances. Even a seemingly small dip in a power player like thyroid can leave you feeling like a sluggish, irritable shell of yourself. Always listen to doctor intuition over doctor dismissive. Myth number 4, your only options are big pharma pills or never-ending suffering. I solemnly pinky swear that with the right holistic plan, you absolutely can reboot your endocrine system and feel like the vibrant, fulfilled woman you were always meant to be. While meds can be a helpful tool for some, they often just slap a band-aid on the real root causes, like tapped out adrenals or insulin resistance. You deserve to reclaim your mood, memory, metabolism, and mojo, and Mother Nature has your back. So if your doc has ever uttered the words, "You're fine, it's just stress," but you know something's off, trust that wise inner voice. Your hormones aren't a luxury. They're your body's love language. And I'm on a mission to help driven women just like you finally decipher those flashing SOS signals and rewrite your own juicy, joyful, OMG, is that really me transformation story? It's so possible once you crack your unique age code love. Now brace yourself for some jaw-dropping statistics that will make you wonder why more doctors aren't sounding the hormonal alarm. According to the American Association of Clinical Endocrinology, up to a staggering 80% of women will face some level of adrenal fatigue due to the unrelenting demands of modern life. And that's just the tip of the endocrine iceberg. Roughly 1 in 10 women are silently battling PCOS or hormonal tsunami, causing everything from stubborn weight to soul-crushing infertility. Even more shocking, over 12% will get slammed with a thyroid disorder at some point, often masquerading as normal aging. Symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, and mysteriously creeping scale. But perhaps the most pervasive and under-recognized hormonal villain? Estrogen dominance. A recent study found over 50% of women are unknowingly held hostage by symptoms like bloating, PCMS from hell, and periods heavy enough to earn frequent flyer miles at the tampon factory. Yet, tragically, millions of these hormonal SOS signals go unheard or misdiagnosed for years. Why? Because mainstream medicine is still playing by an outdated rulebook. They're not trained to connect the dots between your symptoms and the delicate dance of your endocrine system. Instead, they often take a surface level approach, glancing at labs squarely in the average range and uttering those soul-crushing words, "Everything looks fine." Or worse, they slap a birth control band-aid over your symptoms or hand you an antidepressant script, completely ignoring the smoldering hormonal fire at the root. But here's the empowering truth. You are the ultimate authority on your own body, and you don't have to settle for feeling like a sluggish, moody, inflamed version of yourself. By advocating fiercely for your health, seeking out functional testing, and enlisting in the help of a holistic hormone expert, you can uncover and address even the sneakiest imbalances. One groundbreaking study even found that 80% of women were able to reclaim their vitality and shed stubborn pounds with targeted lifestyle changes alone. So if you've been told your labs are normal, but you know something's off, trust that inner whisper. Your hormones are the conductor of your body's brilliant symphony, and you deserve to have them humming in perfect harmony. With the right roadmap and an expert guide, you can absolutely rewrite your hormonal destiny and step into the magnificent, radiant version of you that's been waiting to be unleashed. Let's dive into the intricate web of hormonal harmony. Picture your endocrine system as a beautifully synchronized orchestra, each hormone playing its own unique melody. But when one instrument starts hitting sour notes, the entire symphony goes off key. Take your adrenal glands. These tiny but mighty powerhouses are the conductors of your stress response. But in our fast-paced, always-on world, they're constantly being pushed to the brink. Late nights, endless to-do lists, venti lattes on an empty stomach. It's like asking your adrenals to play a non-stop solo without ever taking a bow. And that's when the hormonal dominoes start to fall. Cortisol, your body's stress hormone, starts spiking and crashing harder than a toddler on a sugar high. This erratic rhythm throws off your insulin levels, causing intense cravings and setting the stage for PCOS and diabetes. But the chaos doesn't stop there. Excess cortisol can also hijack your progesterone reserves, leaving you with a surplus of estrogen. And where does all that extra estrogen like to hang out? You guessed it, in your fat cells, causing stubborn weight gain and PMS symptoms that make you want to cry into a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Meanwhile, your poor thyroid is over here like, guys, can we please slow down the tempo? When your adrenals and insulin are in overdrive, it's like putting a mute on your thyroid function. Suddenly you're battling mystery pounds, thinning hair, and the kind of fatigue that no amount of coffee can touch. But here's the empowering truth. By honoring the delicate interplay of your hormones, you can absolutely restore that beautiful balance. One groundbreaking study found that simply prioritizing sleep, stress management, and blood sugar stability helped a whopping 80% of women reclaim their vibrant energy and effortless weight loss. So if you're feeling like a hormonal hot mess, just know this: you're not sentenced to a lifetime of symptom management and misery. By nourishing your adrenals, supporting your thyroid, and balancing your insulin and cortisol, you can absolutely get these hormones humming in perfect harmony again. And when you do, get ready to experience a level of vitality, radiance, and body confidence you've never dreamed possible. Does any of this sound painfully familiar to you? Have doctors dismissed your symptoms or said, "Welcome to your 40s"? Drop me a comment below, because I want you to know that you're not imagining things and you're not alone. Brace yourself, because this is about to get real. I've seen it time and time again. Brilliant, driven women who once conquered the world suddenly find their bodies staging a full-blown mutiny. The same go-getters who used to crush deadlines and light up every room now snap at their loved ones and drag themselves through each day like extras on The Walking Dead. They're barely making it to bedtime, only to find themselves wide-eyed and wired at 2 a.m., mind racing with anxious thoughts. When morning finally comes, they stumble out of bed feeling like they've been hit by a freight train, nerves frayed and patience thin. From the outside, these women seem to have it all together. They choke down salads, drag themselves to spin classes, and even manage to meditate for a hot minute. But inside, they're stressed to the max, depressed, short-fused, and hiding their once banging bods under baggy clothes. They dread the future, wondering if this is their new normal. And here's the kicker: no matter how perfect they are with their diet and exercise, the needle just won't budge. They feel betrayed by their own bodies, like they're somehow defective or broken. It's a special kind of hell, one I know all too well. You see, this was my story not too long ago. I was the poster child for hormonal chaos, burned out, emotionally raw, and convinced that my best days were behind me. And so many of my clients have been in that same dark place before finally getting the right support. It breaks my heart to see so many incredible women suffering in silence, all because our society tells us to just power through and manage stress better. Newsflash: when your hormones are in a revolt, no amount of green juice or yoga can magically fix it. But here's the empowering truth: with the right tools and guidance, you can heal your hormones and reclaim the vitality, confidence, and joy you deserve. One study even found that 80% of women were able to balance their hormones and shed stubborn weight with targeted lifestyle changes alone. So if you're watching this and nodding along, know this: you are not broken. You are not sentenced to feeling like a shell of your former self. And you are definitely not alone. Millions of women are waking up to the fact that hormonal chaos is a silent epidemic, and they're ready to do something about it. As someone who's walked this path and came out on the other side, I'm here to tell you that your vibrant, sexy, unstoppable self is waiting to be unleashed. With the right roadmap and a fiercely compassionate guide, you can rewrite your hormonal story and step into the life of your dreams. The incredible news is that there is hope, and you can take back control. Shed stubborn pounds, reignite your energy, and thrive again with the right holistic plan to reboot your metabolic hormones. If you're ready for a proven path and expert guidance, book a consultation with my team and let's chat about working together to get you feeling like the bold woman you are. Click the link in the description to book your call. Now, knowledge is power. So join me in the next video where I will reveal the top 5 signs your hormones are out of whack and exactly what to do. If hangry, moody, foggy, tired, and puffy sums up your day, you need to see it. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.